So I've got some Dakota Chiefs here, which are a beautiful potato, fantastic for roasting. And we're going to do a potato gratin. So it is one of my favorite dishes with potatoes because it involves cheese and cream, and it's pretty difficult not to love anything with cheese and cream and potatoes. So on a mandolin, being very careful, you should have one of these at home because they're so handy, but I would say to you use the guard, but I've just been doing this for the last 40 years of my life, so I'm actually pretty good at it. And this is about 500 grams of potatoes. We've got a cup of cream. I won't use all the cream, but we'll just see how much it needs to cover the potatoes in the dish. And then 2 cheeses, Gruyere and beautiful Parmesan. It's very hard to beat both of those cheeses. They're some of the best cheeses in the world. So just straight into a bowl. And at this stage we add a little bit of salt, and you probably know my little bit of salt is quite a lot. The difference between a home cook and a chef in a kitchen commercially is really the way they season food. So that's why restaurant food often tastes really amazing, because it's well seasoned. So in with the cream, and that's just going to make sure that that's really nicely dispersed around each of the potatoes. I've got a baking dish. You can do it in any kind of dish you like. It can be made of any material. All you need to do is make sure that you grease it and then basically fill the potatoes. I sort of overlap them a little just to make sure that they're really even as they're going in. These are quite nice, made in large round cakes and tins and then cut into wedges for people dining at the table. But yeah, just overlay, and just keep doing that. And then, even though I put some salt in the cream, I'm going to stop every now and again, probably twice, and put a little bit more salt. And then basically fill the dish up with the potatoes. Trying to fill all the gaps. What we want to do here is try and keep it as even as possible, so that as it's piling up, it's presenting a nice flat top. You want to sort of push things into the side, use some of the smaller potatoes to get into the center and the side, so again, try and make this cake nice and flat. And then I'll show you what we do with the cream is clean the dish up a little bit so it doesn't burn. So in with the cream, just sort of coming to the top. If you kind of overfill it, it just gets too creamy, and it'll kind of help soak into the potatoes. And then this last little bit is a little tiny bit of salt, and then I've got some Gruyere, so about 30 grams, so straight over the top, and then about 20 grams of Parmesan. It's really worth buying hunks of cheese at home and grating freshly. The difference between that and cheese you buy grated in bags is chalk and cheese, which I didn't mean to make a joke, but I did. So now all we're going to do is 180-degree oven for about 40 to 50 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And when you put a little paring knife in, it'll feel super tender. It has to be tender. Perfect. So you've got some beautiful golden brown from the cheeses. And then I'm just going to break in. Oh, look at that. All the cream is just bubbling away. And then I would just serve that on the side of a beautiful piece of roast chicken or fantastic roast beef, something you do on Sunday, porchetta. That's really yummy. Let's see what this potato and cheesiness tastes like. Potato, salt, cream, cheese. It's pretty hard to beat. I'm gonna have to have some more. Bon appetit.